What is the shadow? Like this is a huge buzzword right now, as you know, it's all over the internet. Shadow energy, shadow work, the shadow. So what is it?
Yeah, so in a nutshell, and obviously people have their own descriptors, but the way I describe it is it's the often unwanted, unseen, disowned parts of ourselves that we actually often choose not to want to see and not to want to own. But what happens is when we're deeply unconscious and we haven't acknowledged, let's say, our anger or our despair or our disappointment, because we're all energy essentially, we have to find a way of kind of venting or clearing or speaking to that part. So we look outside ourselves and we point fingers at what's wrong with the world, or what's wrong with politics, or what's wrong with our neighbor or our job, or whatever the story might be. Because because we're human, we need to give voice to what we're feeling inside, even if there's a part of us that is deeply repressed and deeply disowned. And we all know, I'm sure everybody who's watching live today or watches the video later knows more than one person in his or her life that is, habitually angry or habitually depressed or habitually complaining about everything, and that is a result of being deeply unconscious to really what's happening inside oneself. And that really sums up what the shadow is. It's the disowned parts, or the parts of ourselves that we do not wish to see, or the ego chooses not to see, let's put it like that. But essentially what happens is when you have a radical spiritual awakening, or even a gentle spiritual awakening,
Is there such a thing?
yeah, I guess there is. I mean, I know people who just seem to be kind of like moving along very slowly. I guess maybe that wasn't my personality. Who knows? I don't know. I really can't put that into words. But in any event, at some point when you've had a spiritual awakening, you are forced to start looking at the shadow. It shows